All right, so once we've sort of established where their happy zone is, and again, that's really what we're doing in our stage 1 drills, is trying to have the hitter learn where he needs to make contact with the ball in order to, like I said, maximize your bat head speed and increase the chances of, you know, achieving a ball that comes off at that angle. Once we've done that, once they've been through that process, once they've got enough repetition under their belt, a database of experience to sort of know whereabouts in their contact zone, you know, they need. Now, when I talk about your contact zone, what I mean by that is set up again, Watto. So it's not necessarily just the strike zone, but it's the area, this three-dimensional area, which is obviously the width of the plate plus more than that, but also top and bottom of the strike zone plus a bit more than that, and potentially this area here where you might, in a given situation, make contact with the ball. This is what I call your contact zone. Now obviously the strike zone falls within that, but sometimes there are situations where you make contact outside that. But what we're trying to get Shane to understand in his stage 1 drills is basically where his happy zone is. Once he knows where his happy zone is, that's a good start. You know, in a hitter's count or whatever, you know where you're looking for the ball, right, to make good solid contact consistently. So that's our stage 1. So stage 2, what we're trying to do now is then not only hit line drives with backspin, but we're trying to make sure that we hit, we can control where we hit the ball. But basically what we're doing now is we're going to try and start to learn how to control where we hit the ball. And we're going to talk some more about Shane's happy zone. So come on Shane, step up big fella. Okay, so as we talked about before, when you hit a ball basically to straightaway centre field, you're going to make contact a bit further out in front. You know, and he's hopefully from stage 1 drills learned where that contact zone is. All right, so adjust yourself in relation to the tee if you need to, given that you hit that ball on the ground. All right, try it again. All right, now we're back on line. Try and straighten that up a touch if you can. Just got a little bit of fade there. Hit through it. Now we're talking. All right, so that was pretty good. So when he makes contact with the ball out to centre field, basically this is where he hits it. So the next question is, where do you need your point of contact to be if you're going to hit a ball to the white cone in right field or to straightaway right field? So where would you, I guess, want to make contact? So you can either move relative to the tee, or in this situation we're going to move the tee relative to the hitter. All right, so where would you move it, Shane? All right, so the ball's now on the inside part of the plate. And this is where he wants to make contact. All right, try it again. So he's just going to adjust where that point of contact is again. Again, this ball's basically right on the black, and he's hit that ball pretty well to right field. So that's not too bad. And the ball stayed perfectly straight, which is exactly what we want. Now, again, this ball is a good, you know, probably 8 to 10 inches further out in front than the one he was hitting to centre field. So it's a significant shift in the point of contact. Now Shane obviously knows where his point of contact is and he can go straight there, but how do you get a young hitter to learn that? Well, again, you would just say, all right, now what I want you to do is keeping your feet and shoulders still lined up towards the pitcher. Try and hit this ball to right field. Now you can move anywhere you like as long as your feet and shoulders are lined up towards centre field, replicating that the ball is coming directly from the pitcher. Now, usually what's going to happen is they'll just try and pull it from that same spot. So try it again. All right, so he got it done, but he hit it on the ground and he significantly changed his swing to do it. So he slowed his bat down, he wasn't generating the same bat speed. So what we want to then try and have him understand is that you can move. So now move the tee anywhere you like. And, you know, they may take a bit of, you know, prodding and that sort of stuff to get them to move in relation to the tee. So maybe just move in relation to the tee, Shane. So show me how you would move. If the tee stays in the same point, where would you move in order to hit the ball to right field? Okay, so you notice that he moves back in the batter's box and in closer to the plate, basically simulating the same point of contact that we just showed you a minute ago. So again, perfect. Okay, so again, the difference in the 2 point of contact, we haven't changed anything mechanically, but by just changing his intent and changing the position of his point of contact, now we've achieved a much better result, much closer to the sort of thing that we're looking for. And again, if he continues to hit the ball from here, I think you'll find he's much more consistent from that point than he would have been making contact back here. Try it again. All right, so 3 out of 3, not too bad. All right, so again, their position relative to their contact point is the critical thing here. What you're trying to get the hitter to work out is to learn where he needs to make contact with the ball to hit the ball down the right field line, or into the right centre field alley, or into the left centre field alley, or the left centre field, or the left field line, sorry. All right, so what I'm going to get you to do, Shane, is I'm going to tell you where I want you to hit the ball, and then you're going to move the tee to an appropriate point. All right, so we've done obviously right field now, so what about left field? Where would you move the tee so that you hit the ball to basically the cone in left field, which is a straightaway left field? All right, not quite. Pretty close though. Now we're talking, starting to get there. That was a good line drive, maybe 5 metres from where the cone was, which was pretty good. So how would you continue to adjust? Yep, so he's just adjusted the tee another inch or 2 deeper in the contact zone. Okay, and now we're basically right at the cone or the left field line side of the cone. So that was pretty good. Shane, if you want to hit this one to left field again. All right, that one went basically towards the shortstop, so what adjustment would you make? Yep. Move the tee back just a little bit. Okay, so that was better. It's still in the left centre field gap. Yep, so if we were to continue to adjust in that direction, now we're talking, that's right at the cone. All right, and you can see the swing is actually the same. The only thing that's different is his contact point. All right, now, so what I want you to do here, Shane, is to hit this next one to, let's go back to centre field. All right, yep. So set yourself up wherever you like to hit the ball to centre field. Beautiful, back to centre field. Now right field. All right, that's in the right centre field gap. What about right field line? All right. Okay, so again, they were basically balls that were hit pretty good to all fields, basically. So a well hit line drive to left field, centre field and right field. Swing's exactly the same, but we've just changed his contact point. It's pretty simple. The point of our stage 2 drills is basically to help him as a hitter continue to learn his contact zone, but to learn where he needs to make contact with the ball to hit down the right field line, to the right centre field alley, to the left centre field alley and the left field line. Now obviously, as we've talked about and as we've demonstrated, there's a big variation in that. It's also very individual to the hitter. So again, you can't necessarily say it has to happen exactly here. You work with the hitter and with their swing and with their body and help them find, through repetition and reinforcement of the appropriate outcome, i.e. using the flight of the ball as feedback about their swing and about their contact point. You use all of those things to reinforce the positive execution of that performance. And by doing that, try and increase the consistency, increase the image in the hitter's head of where they need to make contact with that ball in order for the ball to go over there. Right? And then obviously, once we get to our game practice, they have a bit of an idea that when in a game situation, when I'm trying to hit the ball over there, I need to see it deep to hit it the other way, or get it out in front when I'm trying to pull it, those sort of things. So this is the key I guess, idea or stepping stone in stage 2, learning where they need to make contact with the ball to control where they hit the ball.